In 2024, Yakult Honsha, the Tokyo-based giant behind the world's most famous probiotic drink, announced a massive $300 million expansion into the US market. But why? Why is this tiny bottle, originally designed for gut health, now fueling a global empire? The answer goes deeper than you might think. If you have no idea what Yakult is, let me break it down. This is essentially a fermented skim milk drink. The consistency is like water or milk with a particular tangy taste. The key factor in this drink is its fermentation, made possible by a specific type of lactobacteria that allegedly promotes good gut health. That fermentation and its health claims are the ethos of the company, its history, and how it got its start. But why was Yakult created? This drink was created when Japan looked less like this and more like this. Japan in the early 1900s was not the high-income tech and industrial giant it is today. Much of the country's population was dealing with poor living conditions, including poor sanitation and a substandard water supply, this causing deadly outbreaks of cholera and dysentery. Because of this health crisis, a young microbiologist named Minoru Shirota tried to look for a way to help. He found a strain of lactic acid bacteria, which he believed could help constrain the growth of harmful gut bacteria like those found in the unsanitary water supply. And thus, Yakult was created. One of the big reasons that this brand was able to reach almost every Japanese household and eventually expand internationally was thanks to their unique direct-to-consumer sales tactics. Across Japan, you can find Yakult saleswomen, known affectionately as milk ladies or milk aunties. These saleswomen have become a staple for the company and now are a constant in our lives, like the police or the postman. Like the long-forgotten milkman, the staple of those old-timey films from the 50s, one of the reasons for selling directly to consumers was to keep the product fresh, since it can require refrigeration, and this technology was not as widespread back then as it is now. But the reasons for not only maintaining this program but also expanding it overseas have grown significantly. The inception of the sales program offered women, like housewives, a chance to earn income. These milk saleswomen have also become a face for the company. They create connections to their neighborhoods when they pop into buildings, offices, and schools. And although they often travel by scooter, they're also known to travel by bike or foot, which adds to the aura of health the company promotes. This is one of the aspects of the company that makes its story quintessentially Japanese and very hard to copy elsewhere. Many cities and neighborhoods in Japan are dense and walkable. This leads to connections at a more intimate level than those in car-dependent areas. And that connection helps these saleswomen sell more, despite the fact that it's often cheaper to just buy the product in a supermarket than when they come knocking at the door. Another brand-defining characteristic of this product is the bottle itself. There's a famous story about the CEO of Costco threatening to kill an executive if they ever raised the price of their famous $1.50 hot dogs. These hot dogs have remained priced at $1.50 since their inception. Similarly with Yakult, their bottles have remained more or less unchanged and noticeably small since the 1950s. By keeping things simple, recognizable, and effective, Yakult has built trust and loyalty over decades, just like Costco has with its iconic hot dogs. Today, Yakult says that 40 million bottles are consumed worldwide. And with their continued expansion throughout the US and the rest of the world, that number will only keep rising.